Hi there, Arizona Nana back. Thank you for waiting. As you can see, I've gone and I've gotten the enclosure with the Hobbit House and the Sweat Lodge. And I've put it on top of something so that we can look down underneath. And as you can see, right there, when this is flat, that bottom piece will be touching the ground. She'll be able to crawl in there into her moss and get moistened up to help her shed. So, it needed a cover because if I'm going to have a big tree over here, something's got to cover this up so that she has her privacy because they kind of like to be alone when they shed. So I think this rock that I made, as I showed you, fit perfect. And then of course, we can put the other two on top. Just about anywhere as long as it sits. And pretty much this is what we're looking at right now. Looking really good. In fact, I'm actually kind of pleased for a first timer. This has been a lot of work, and I'm not nearly done. I'm about halfway, and it's been exciting. It's been something new. I've never done anything remotely close to using styrofoam at all, never mind making something for a pet. So this to me is a big deal. I have been trying to get this on to my Tumblr blog, but I'm having issues with the size of the files. So once I figure that out, I will be putting all this on, and you will get to see all of this as it's done in order, which is great. Okay, I did a couple of other things today. I'm just going to move this out of the way and show you what I have. I told you that I had made a area for the opposite end of the cage for Cleo, the hot side, and we had made her bling house. Well, I'd realized that just leaving it just sitting is kind of flimsy, not as far as like weak, but she is a heavy little thing, and this is not sturdy enough, I think, to keep her from knocking it over if she decides to move around a lot inside. So what I need to do is take another piece of styrofoam. So let's just move this out of the way. And that's what I did. I took the other piece from what we were doing earlier, and I cut off, as you can see, into a shape so that it'll go in the corner. Her little house will go like this, so that the stairs lead into this part, but it'll be like this in the cage, so we get to see this. Now, she probably won't be able to come out of this unless I move it over a little bit, which I might just do so that she can get in and out. But if I kept it up close, it'd be like a window. She wouldn't be able to come out, but we'd be able to see her in there a little bit. As dark as it is, it might be hard, but at least we'd be able to see what she was doing. Either way, it doesn't really matter. So if I turn it this way, I started, as you can see here, to make some steps. I've never done these before. I'm sure there are tutorials on it. I probably should have looked at one first. But I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I think I've got the general idea. It's just a matter of me getting it done. Now, I was going to do more steps here, but I think at the angle that I cut this, it is not going to work out the way I wanted it. So I'm going to put a small circle enclosure, big enough just to put her water dish in halfway. So she can come out of there, drink if she wants something to drink, and go back in. And it'll be something I can take in and out real quick to wash it out when I, put fresh water in every day. I did get really excited because I was pondering on what to do with the Hobbit house. So we can just put this up here for a moment. I had told you before that this was supposed to be a vent because it was a mistake, but I believe, just like in Zentangles, that there are no mistakes, only new things to do. So I decided, I think I had mentioned, to make a window box to put little flowers in and some of the moss that I got, which I believe is craft moss. It will not harm the lizards because they don't eat anything that is not moving. So unless there's a wind blowing in there and the moss is moving around, I highly doubt she's even going to really bother with it. Maybe just lick it a few times. So what I did was I made a little tiny window box. And as you can see, it started off with a couple pieces of not flimsy cardboard, but something that would be like, say, in a picture frame. You get that little piece of it's slippery feelings, like smooth. It goes behind the picture, but it was sturdy enough that I was able to glue it together with my glue gun. Oops. And then I took some of these really tiny, tiny popsicle sticks that I bought at Michael's, and I cut them to fit the size of what looks like a little tiny window box. I mean, if I had made a whole box out of it instead, it could have been just left there as a crate with some stuff in it, maybe some more jewels. But anyway, this is going to fit right in here like this. And let me just get it in there. It should stay like that. And as you can see, I'm going to glue on the inside. I might paint it green, just on the inside. Glue in some moss, and then put these fake little flowers that I got in there. And I think that from this perspective, it would look great. I was wondering whether or not I should paint the outside of this. I decided not to do that. I think it looks better with a natural wood. I figure a hobbit might, take whatever they can gather, any resources, put them together. They don't have to look perfect, just make them happy. So right now, that's all I've basically done. I'm out of Mod Podge. I need to get some more of that to finish the inside of this hobbit. I got to do the rocks, and I have to grout the staircase here once this is done, and grout out the big piece right here. So once I get some of the other things done, I will definitely give you a holler back and show you what else I have accomplished between now and then. In a few more days, I hope to get up enough money to get the grout. If that happens, then I will be very happy because this will move a lot quicker. The tree is going to be my biggest thing. I really have no idea how I'm going to do this. It's going to be like a hobbit tree. I figured rather than throw away this old tissue box, which I just literally emptied out, I could cover it, paint it, and set it on top of the trunk of the tree. Maybe glue some sticks around it, like real sticks from Etsy. It's a place you can order things from, crafting things. And I think that I will get them from there, and I can put them around this to make it look like an authentic little wooden house. Or I might go with moss and just moss it all up. I really haven't decided. I've gotten a bunch of pictures online, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go with the treehouse or just the big mossy looking tree with an entrance for a hide. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's up in the air, and if it comes to me, it comes to me, and that's when I'll do what I have to do. So I will talk to you soon. Have a great night. God bless.